When Rick worked night shift the first 9 years of our marriage, he would go in about 3 hours before his start time. He would leave. And I remember being frustrated, especially when we had young kids and there was a lot of high needs for me to take care of in the house. And I was resentful, and I was like, why the heck does he need to leave so early? And we do live about an hour away, but 3 hours, that's intense. So he used to work out before work when he was on that shift. So okay, I'd calculate that and I'd be like, well, that's probably just a couple of hours. And I did ask him, but it would kind of annoy him and he would get defensive. And we recently talked about this and he was like, I'm really sorry that I was like that. But eventually he did tell me, and he kind of spelled it out for me. And he said, look, the drive's an hour, maybe hour and a half with traffic. And then I work out an hour, and then I need to shower, I need to eat something, and I need to change in and out before my shift starts. Him kind of detailing that explanation was exactly what I needed, because then I could kind of see what he was doing with those 3 hours. I understood it, and I did chill out about it a little bit. I think sometimes we need to be patient with our officers. I've definitely learned with Rick, he needs his space. He doesn't like me to ask him too many questions. And I also want to clarify for anybody that is sitting there thinking, was I concerned that he was cheating? No. Rick and I have never worried about that. We are both very loyal people and no drama, no nonsense people. So even when we were long distance, I had a fellow faculty member of mine ask me if Rick worried about that with me. And I said, no. I mean, we're either together or we wouldn't be. We would not mess around with that. And cheating is a very sensitive thing for me personally. And I would never be with someone where I'd worry about that. So I wasn't worried about that. I share this story more with you to kind of learn to have patience with your officer and not make assumptions. So a lot of times, in my head, I was like, is he just chilling out in that time? I had all these assumptions in my head. And I learned from his explanation, it was really unnecessary of me to have all of these stories I was telling myself in my head about what he was doing in that time. He was literally just driving to work, working out, doing, getting his basic needs, eating, showering, getting changed out for work. And once he spelled that out for me, it really helped me. So definitely don't feel afraid to ask your officer questions to kind of understand things, and also be patient with them in giving them time to tell those things to you, because I think Rick kind of felt annoyed that I was asking him. And again, now years later, he's like, dude, I don't know why I was like that. And we have to learn to be patient with each other.